Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this new video. Now, let's be honest. AI is everywhere on the news. But have you ever wondered what the difference is between an AI model, a bot, and an agent? And as of the time of this video, OpenAI just released ChatGPT 5 that with it you can create your own agents and so on and so forth. And it's supposed to change everything. But I understand that many people don't know the differences between one and the other, and that is the purpose of this video, to bring clarity to you. Let's start by the AI model, and this is what most of you or most of us are familiar with. Models such as GPT from OpenAI, Claude, Perplexity, DeepSeek, they all have their unique models for AI. It is like the brain. It is a trained system that learns from data and gives us outputs. For example, when you use ChatGPT, right, you interact with it, or if you use Google Gemini and you use the model that is going to generate text. And that is going to be based on the interaction that you are going to have with it. And by itself, the model is not going to take any action. It's just going to reply to you the way you interact with it. And if you interact with it through a chatbot, then you're going to get the replies, right? So let me come here for 1 second. As you know, I have Google Gemini, and the model is happening in the background. The model is Gemini 2.5, as you can see right here. And if you click on it, you're going to see the different models that they have available. And some of them, the Pro, I guess you have to upgrade to that. But you're interacting with the model through this interface. The model, the brain is in the background. And you can say, why is the sky blue? Or whatever that is. And that's going to go through the model, through the information that it has. And it's going to provide that information back to you. If we go back to our diagram here, we don't usually develop AI models, right? You need a large company with a lot of money to do such a thing. And, we have a few handful of, maybe not a few handful, we have many models, AI models out there, but it's going to be very difficult and time consumer for an individual to create, if not impossible, to create their own models, because you do need a lot of CPU power, a lot of people to help you with that. Now, you've also heard on the news about AI bots and AI agents, and there is a difference between the two. An AI bot is like an application, if we can use that as an example, that is built on top of the model. It uses the model that is running in the background, the brain, to perform specific tasks that you obviously assign to it, that you configure. Think about customer support chatbot for answering frequently asked questions. It doesn't think broadly, it just handles that specific task, right? So if you go to any of these websites that you want to go to, you're going to see on the somewhere on the website a chat option. If you click on the chat option, before you start talking to a human, you're going to start talking to a chat bot that is going to be knowledgeable on the specific tasks or the specific information related to that. In this case, if we're using a company. For instance, if you go to Verizon Wireless, let's see if we can do that right now. So let me come here. So I just went to Verizon Wireless as one of the many examples. When you click on Contact Us, there's an option that says Chat with Us. When you click on it, the first thing that you're going to see is the virtual assistants, and you can ask a question related to Verizon Wireless in these virtual assistants, right? Like, how much are your plans? And you're going to get an answer based on, in this case, I have to sign in, right, to get the answers. But in this case, the information that is going to be provided back to you is going to be the information specifically related to Verizon Wireless, where this chatbot was trained on. So the knowledge of this chatbot is confined to a specific topic, and when organizations, companies configure a chatbot, they feed that information into the chatbot. If I come here to this uh, search box right here, or to this box where I type the question, and I type something profound, something that requires general knowledge that you would type, for instance, in one of the in the other interface with the model. Let's say, why is the sky blue? They're not going to have any idea, right? First, going to say you have to sign in, but they don't have any idea why the sky is blue, because this chatbot is not trained, does not have that information to get back to you. Now, let's go back to our diagram, because there is a new thing out there with AI, and that is the agents, right? And an agent is not a bot for sure. So let's talk about agents. An agent is an agent that you create, or that is created, that has the ability of, quote unquote, thinking on its own and take action based on what it was created for, right? You know, if you remember from the Matrix, Agent Smith, right? Mr. Anderson, right? They have the ability of thinking. Obviously, this may not be the best example, but I'm using that as an analogy. So when you create an agent, and you have the ability of creating agents and bots as well, uh, the agent, for instance, you can create an agent to compare flight prices. And as you know, the flight prices are going to change based on anything, but the agent is actively looking into that configuration that it was created for, to take that specific action. So an agent is not going to sit idle like a bot would do, just getting back to you on information that it was trained. Is going to be actively engaging in the background to deliver whatever results it was created for. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but it made sense to me. Let me try to go to take another go at it one more time. So an agent can reason, can plan, and it can take actions across different tools and environments. It's just not something to provide answers like a bot, right? So I believe that's better to explain it. So I hope that it makes sense. So why is this useful to you? It's useful to you because everybody is talking about AI, and if you are in technology, you need to have a good understanding of what it does and how it works. It doesn't mean that you have to be an expert at it, but you need to have a good understanding, because as part of the AI rollout in your organization or whatever you're doing, you're going to be faced with options to either create bots or to create agents, and you have to know what the difference is between one or the other. Or there are cybersecurity tools that are going to come with bots, to help you analyze the results of the scan and all that, or with assistance on how to do things. And they may come with an agent as well. So you need to know what one does versus the other. So when the salespeople want to sell you something, you know what you're going to be paying for. I hope this video was useful and that the concept was not abstract. If you found this information useful, all I ask you to do is to click on the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you know of anyone who can benefit from this information, please feel free to share that information as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next video.